Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is actually a good day for me in my Warhammer journey, for the simple fact that I actually finished my first set ever. And when I say finish, I mean I actually finished building and putting together all of the miniatures. It was actually fairly simple, of course, because similar to Gundams is where my background that I come from. So similar to that, just cutting them out and then putting them together was pretty simple. However, working with some pieces was definitely harder than others. Like, they wouldn't fit exactly how they said they would fit, etc., etc. But for the most part, it was primarily easy. So of course I finished the Space Marine part, because it was only like 9 miniatures for the Space Marine, but they were all pretty cool, especially the Primaris Captain, very detailed. So obviously none of them are painted, but that's going to be my next step to do with my whole set that I just recently completed. Now, as far as the Necrons, which had like 20 miniatures, which I thought was great, but the only issue with that is that the Necrons are very precise in how they need to be put together, or I would say any miniature that's as detailed and skinny as that. It was kind of a pain to put them together, because some of the bones, for example, they're very pointy, obviously, and then when you're trying to piece them together, it pokes your fingertips and whatnot and all that. But it's whatever, it comes with the hobby, so you know what you're getting yourself into. But I finished all of those and they look damn cool in my opinion. Of course, I have to paint them as well. So moving forward, my next steps are to obviously watch quite a few videos on just painting, your miniatures, but I'm not trying to perfect them, of course, since it's my first set. I want to make sure that they are obviously distinguishable, and you can clearly see who they are and what they're supposed to represent. That's my opening goal. So in order to do that, I'm actually going to start out with this little guy right here, which is just a Space Marine. Of course, it's going to be my little practice one. I have one practice Space Marine and I have one practice Necron that I'm going to see what color palettes I kind of want to work with, or what paint I want to use to make that actually come to life. So that's going to be my first little objective to get done. But yeah, doing that, I think it's going to be pretty cool and pretty fun to actually accomplish and make that happen. So I can't wait to get that started. And when I do, I'm actually going to post up photos on my Instagram. So if you guys aren't following me there, go ahead and do that. My Instagram is JBGreat. That's where I'll be posting up all of my miniature photos and maybe little snippets of me building something or putting something together, or maybe even a cool little color scheme that I thought I could show off to you guys. So that's what I'm going to start off with there. So it's pretty cool. But besides that, I actually decided to expand on my Space Marines just a little bit, not a lot, but since I'm going to be primarily a Space Marine main, at least for the foreseeable future, I decided to get a few more miniatures for that. So the first miniatures that I went on ahead and picked up were the Devastator squad from obviously Warhammer 40k. Looks pretty cool. I've played a few of these guys in the game, and I just like heavies. Of course, that's my biggest thing. I love having units on my team that are very, how can I say this, hefty. They can hold the front line very well. I love having that, so I think having some Devastators would be pretty essential to my gameplay whenever I'm playing, especially if I'm playing a game of Annihilation or something like that. I want to have a very strong presence on the front line. So there's that. And then secondly, I went and picked up some Black Templars. I think they are so cool. I started reading a little bit about their lore, and it's pretty intriguing to me. But I mean, just like all of the other, hundreds or thousands upon chapters there are in the Space Marines, you can find something that you like in probably each and every one of them, unless it's the ones that have the angels who fell to the dark side and started doing terrible corrupt stuff. But hey, if you like evil, corrupt people, it's right up your alley. So it's dope. But yeah, so I got these guys. Their paint scheme is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, it's very detailed. But for me, like I said, I'll probably start these guys off with a very easy black, red, little bit of I guess that's tan-ish, a little bit of tan-ish. So yeah, I'll probably start them off with that and then move forward from there. But yeah, as far as painting, of course, over time I want to get better at it. It's not my biggest goal as far as starting out, but it is something that I do want to get better at. So Obviously, practice makes perfect, so I'll be posting up a lot of that stuff. So if that's something that you're into, go ahead and check it out. There's a ton of channels that I saw on YouTube that'll give you like tips with painting and stuff. So obviously, every single one of those is definitely going to help me out moving forward. So if that's something that you're into and you like Warhammer just like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, possibly turn on notifications, and I will see you all in the next one.